Hello again, wrestling fans. This is Discuss Impact, available most everywhere you listen to podcasts. I'm JaySin, back again with the Horror King, Gary, who is busy. We'll get to Gary in a second. Now, this is our week. As huge members of the cult of PCO, he's getting his long-awaited title shot, at least in our opinion. I'm going to speak for Gary for a minute here. I say put the title on that goddamn monster and let the magic happen. I don't know if you saw this, Gary, but I just posted it. This is like 2 minutes old or whatever, but the Miami Herald had an article with PCO, and the problem is the YouTube link is on private, so hopefully they get that fixed. I mean, I saw it through Yahoo. It's on the Impact Facebook page. What the hell is my group called? The Impact Wrestling Fan Group, it's called. And okay, one more big thing. Sorry, before we get back to PCO. Impact is hosting a live press conference in Canada to promote its Under Siege event. This was just announced. The press conference will be Thursday, May 25th at 3 p.m. at the London Brewer Co-op. And the press conference will be held on Impact's Facebook page. So that's cool. And Gary, did you see that movie thing that they got going?
With what? With Impact?
Yeah, Impact is promoting another horror movie.
No, I just like, before we get fully started here, I'd like to welcome us to episode 63, which is season 21, episode 2 that we're reviewing tonight, by the way. But as far as that movie you're referring to, no, I did not. I didn't. I totally missed that one. Is
Okay,
it
it's called Outpost from Gravitas again, and it's available on demand.
Oh, you know anything about it?
Well, it actually says, "Dear God." Well, on the Impact title, it says, "Dear God, what is happening to me?" Outpost from our partners at Gravitas. What do I know about it? Yeah, it looks scary. I mean,
okay.
There's a woman. There's a woman who looks like she's hanging out at an outpost, and you know, like an outpost, like kind of like,
yeah.
I don't know how to explain it, but
yeah,
if anybody watches
like
this thing,
bunker,
you'll see it. You'll see it like in this thing, and I guess a bunch of crazy shit happens to her, and that's my kind of movie, and I'm pretty sure it's yours too.
Yeah, maybe we'll have to watch it and kind of like semi-review it, at the end of one of our reviews coming up, Jay.
Yeah, why the hell not? That's kind of your thing. And one more big thing of news here before we get back to PCO. Speedball Mike Bailey made the PWI Weekly Japan Top 10 for the first time ever. Congrats to Mike Bailey there. I believe he's still wrestling, and maybe he could win that whole goddamn thing. That would be crazy.
Yeah, I guess he only has one loss, I believe, Jay.
Yeah, I'm not going to lie and pretend I know how the hell all that works, but so I couldn't find, like I said, that PCO, the link wasn't right, but I did find a cool, really good article with PCO on TMW Plus YouTube. This is from last week. Hopefully one day we can get to do one of those, but until then, we'll just keep doing our thing. And like, we talk about PCO all the time. I just don't think we've ever talked about him early in the podcast, and like, he actually retweets us, which is totally awesome. And like, I'm not on Twitter, but you are, so that's awesome, and we really appreciate that. And okay, here's my question though. Like, we both love PCO, so here's my question to you. Do you believe Impact has put him in a position to be champion? Like, I would have liked to have seen a bunch of matches where he just beat the piss out of people and like, maybe even squash people. Like, I don't know, the Hotches of the world.
I totally think they've kind of painted him into that picture. But my thing is, right now it seems like they're all in on Macklin, and it seems like they're kind of like making him kind of like the the dickish champion until we get Josh back. That's just the way I kind of feel. But I would be totally down, even if it were like a medium reign PCO in the meantime. I could honestly see it. He was a heavyweight champion for Sinclair's ROH. So
that was actually when I was watching, and it was great, and it was a lot due to PCO and Silas Young. I just love those two goddamn guys. Okay, I think I had like one more news thing here, but I'll be honest. But just let me go back to that fast. I don't think they put him in the position like I said. I think he should have had maybe a few squashes, or like not even squashes, just like maybe like a good match where he beats like and the Eddie Edwardses of the world, like top to mid card. Sorry, he's not a mid card guy. Top kind of guys that can handle a loss.
Yeah.
Okay. Any more news? Tyler Turva, sorry, announced he's going to have 2 matches at the Fallout, the Under Siege Fallout.
Oh yeah, I did see that. I guess he's actually also had tryouts for AEW, I believe. Dark.
I think he did wrestle on Dark. Not positive. Huge dude.
Oh, is he?
Been around a while. Huge dude. Solid wrestler. Been pretty much
Kind of
everywhere.
reminds me of one half of FTR.
He even wrestled with WWE at one point, I saw, so that's pretty cool.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
No, I don't really know much about him. Very interesting name, so I mean, it's pretty unique to have, that.
He's Canadian, and he calls himself Pro Wrestling's hottest free agent at Tyler Turva, TRVA.
I was
Twitter.
told he has a really cool move where he kind of like goes up to the corner turnbuckle and kind of hangs there and does some sort of a splash, kind of like a one move kind of thing.
Oh well, thanks for the spoiler, jerk. Okay, really quick. I got to mention Trinity had an awesome match on the show we're about to review. I was surprised. I mean, I thought she was good, but not like that. Was a great goddamn match. Someone on one of the 411 writers and you before we even started recording. I didn't mention that the 411 writer said it, but he said he called it pay-per-view worthy.
Oh, totally. I was really surprised too. They actually let KiLynn kind of do her thing. It's the best I've seen her since she joined Impact.
Definitely, and I mean, it was against Trinity, who I didn't think. I don't know. I mean, I love KiLynn, but she's not like Jordan or Deanna, where she can make somebody look awesome. At least I don't know. Maybe she is. And I haven't seen enough of her, but I was just really surprised, and that was a really great match. And we'll get to that. But just announced, Skylar is going to take on Bay this week, and if Skylar wins, my brain might explode because Ace Austin lost this week to Hotch. Is that what? Do I have that right?
Yeah, JaySin Hotch. Yeah.
Yeah, so Ace lost to Hotch this week.
Rolled them up for Ace for the win. It was kind of like a shock.
I don't give a shit how he got the win.
Yeah,
that's just. I mean, it goes. We talked about this last week. Like they're doing it too fast with these guys. Like they lost a handicap match against who? Kazarian? Like what, a month ago?
Yeah, I know. I had that discussion with our good friends at Impact Asylum. Somebody was mentioning, like, I mentioned something to them that I don't know. I wouldn't be surprised if Alicia beats Jordan this week, and he kind of like questioned me and kind of called me out on it. I was like, ordinarily I wouldn't book her over Jordan, but in this case I would, and just because the way Impact's booking has been very ECW like, and no different with this JaySin Hotch win over Ace Austin.
I would find it maybe even more believable of Alicia getting a bullshit win over Jordan. Don't get me wrong. Yeah. I mean, I'm not even talking a roll up. I'm talking like total bullshit. Totally, well, not even a win, or like getting Jordan counted out,
or some kind of outside.
As opposed to Hotch, who was just losing in a. I mean, Alicia didn't lose in a handicap match. You know what I mean? In the last few months.
Yeah.
So like, I mean, but at the same time, I like it because I love Brian Myers, and I mean, I can buy that he could have made them better, but I just wish they stretched it out a bit.
Yeah, it's kind of like the learning tree really never went away.
Exactly. Yeah, it's like they went away and they sucked without him, and then he came back, but now they're like too good too fast with him. You know what I mean? Like they shouldn't be beating friggin'.
Well, do you think there's any chance that we could end up seeing VSK, or is he?
That'd be nice. I have no idea how that guy is.
He's totally done. I mean, he could also be a member too. I mean, kind of go for that Freebird rule.
I will say if he's not Canadian, probably not. But I don't know. That guy was awesome. He was really fun. That dude. Damn it! I hate when you bring up guys who are gone that are. Speaking of guys that are gone that are awesome, and I mean this was just really annoying because I feel like this happens a lot where they announced Laredo Kid was a free agent like the day of the show or like right before the show, and like I feel like that happens so many times with them, like with Impact, you know.
Well, I did hear something about like there's some like backtracking they're doing now.
Oh yeah, you're right.
because like nobody could find anything later on about it. Like, I don't know if it's kind of like
No,
that.
it was all from him. I'll get it. Let me
Yeah,
make it clear. You could check his Facebook, his Twitter. Like he said, like we're free agents. Then like a day later, he was like, well, we're still working with Impact, but we can.
Yeah.
He totally backtracked on it.
Yeah.
But I mean, I can't see him coming back. Then he lost and he got his mask ripped
Yeah.
off. Like to me, that's like the FU on your way out.
Yeah, well, that, and you just put it out there that you're kind of like open to fight anybody, and you're kind of like it's kind of like sending the message like you're kind of like a free agent like to anywhere, and if they go anywhere other than Impact, the chances are they're going to probably be gone. So
to be fair, not many people saw this story.
Oh,
like I don't, you know what I mean? Like I don't even like. Did you see Laredo Kid for like? It wasn't like a huge thing last week. Maybe it's because Laredo Kid doesn't get the respect he deserves, in my opinion. I mean, I think the guy's fantastic.
Definitely. The crowd were actually, I think they were more for Laredo than they were Trey. Not just because he's the face, but they totally dug. They dug his moveset and just the look of him.
Yeah, and this dude's a former what the hell champion? AAA, I believe, Mega World Champion, which is like the top.
I thought you might have went there with the X division. I was like, I don't think.
Oh no, yeah, sorry. No, he was I don't want to say bigger, but like that's the biggest. That's the Omega title. You know what I mean? That's like their biggest title, and I'm pretty sure Omega beat him. So like this dude's whatever. He's fantastic, and I hope he sticks around. Trey again. I don't know. I'm just not liking the character. I don't know why. Like I love Trey, but the Sabin thing was fantastic though. Sabin was perfect. So I mean, I guess I do like the Trey character because like when he has someone like Sabin in there to totally even it out.
Oh yeah, well I mean I did kind of like the way Trey tried to take over the show though, because it's been a while since we've had that kind of thing go on in Impact, but it was totally Sabin stealing the show here. Like he made the comment that he plans on being the 9-time, and I'm not gonna say it 8 more times, but he said it 9 times, and it was pretty cool. Kind of had that Booker T feel to it a little bit.
And Sabin is like, I don't know, man, respected by all, I believe. And I said I really think he's gonna win that match coming up, but we'll see. I think we'll run through that after Under Siege, just because they added, I think, a match. Could be wrong about that, but yeah, we'll get to that after.
Well, can I kind of comment a little bit more about that? I wouldn't be opposed to Chris Sabin winning, by the way. I just feel like Trey might pull some chicanery, if you will, Jay.
Yeah, I can see if they're just trying to make Trey like super, super strong, and he just keeps beating guys like this. And I mean, beating Sabin is a huge deal. I'm sure it'll be either way. It's going to be an awesome match.
Totally.
We did the Hotch thing. Interview with Sammy and Swan. I mean, I'm cool with that, just because they have history and they're finally giving Swan something.
Oh yeah, I kind of get this feeling like we might see a Swan heel turn from this, though. I don't know why. I just kind of feel like we might. I don't know.
Have we seen heel Swan?
Not in Impact or an Impact ring that I've ever seen. Maybe up north he did that, but not
Sammy. Like Sammy was trying to turn him for like so long, and he just wouldn't turn. But I think it'll be really cool. Him and Sammy is just a badass bad guy team or whatever. They really need tag teams, so they don't have to super push guys like Hotch and the other dude. Trinity and KiLynn we talked about.
Yeah, I'm just kind of curious as to who their third member is going to be more than anything. I think that's probably one of the most things I'm looking forward to at the pay-per-view.
Yeah, that's an interesting one. You were the one that said it last week, right? They bring back the monster.
Oh yeah, Madman Fulton.
That'd be interesting. I love that dude. Not sure where he is, so I can see that. Had a thing with Alicia and Jordan backstage. Alicia has been fun lately, which we talked about. Like, she's on the goddamn roster. Use her, and they have been, so that's cool. And she messed with Jordan. Not sure what she's thinking there, but
it was totally cool. Like, it looked like the girl in school that would talk tough until the really tough girl came into the room, and then she acted like she was all scared of her, like, oh, enough of this, And then she goes, then they set up the match for this week, which is pretty cool.
Now, everyone, please hold your laughter for a second. I'm just talking about the character, okay? I really think she can be like an HBK type if they just gave her like a monster, like Havoc, say, like you just said, like she could be like the bitch, you know what I mean? That can't back it up, but then she has like the monster that does.
Yeah, perfect. Kind of almost like back in the day when Awesome Kong had her like manager. I can't remember her name. No, I think you know who I mean.
Raka something.
Yeah, something. Yeah, I can't.
Let us know in the comments or whatever. We don't know everything here.
She was like the mouthpiece.
I don't want to. Sometimes I don't want to, tell Gary the correct answer, so I look like the super smart one. So let us know.
Well, that would make a good time to bring in Maxie and Paler and make her pair her with Alicia.
Well, again, I want to see Havoc back. I don't like Jessica. I mean, the only thing I like about Jessica is it looks like she's having a blast doing it. So,
I totally see what you're saying there. Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like she's having fun. I'm talking about like the character, like her herself. Like
like a Valley girl. That's the way she is.
Currently. I could just see like that she's having fun before going. Like she's been a monster for years, but I want the monster back. And Jody Threat squashed Sierra, I believe.
Yeah, Sierra
did her nice F. The hell's it? F
416 or 416. I guess it's a take more on Brock Lesnar than it was Rey Mysterio, because she kind of does like the F5 kind of.
What does the 16 stand for though?
That's what I mean. I don't know if that's. I don't know. They kind of, the way Impact is kind of playing her up, I kind of feel like she's a lot like our version of Shotzi Blackheart a little bit.
I'm just afraid they're going to book her like Masha, where she beats the shit out of everyone, and then, she gets to the top, and they just don't really have a spot,
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know where we go with her after this kind of. Well, she just left her feud with Alicia, but
like gets her so stacked, it's insane.
Yeah, I think that's the reason why we've been kind of going that direction with the show, is because we are so overstacked with knockouts that we're really deep and we're really thin for the men,
I mean, think about it. You got, like we were talking about Havoc. You got Havoc, who's a great wrestler. You got Rosemary, who's like an awesome character and a good enough wrestler. Like, they haven't even been wrestling.
Oh, I know.
That's how stacked the women are. But so I really like this too with Kaz and Eddie. Yeah. I don't know. I haven't, has there ever been a Kaz Eddie feud?
Jeez, I don't know. It was pretty interesting. I didn't think we'd see this feud coming out of this, but
like certain times I got to see people together and I'm like, oh wow, like that looks fresh. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think I've ever seen those two. And then because Ari made a joke like about Honor No More, which I thought was good, bringing them back up.
Oh yeah, well, I mean, I always kind of feel like it's still out there for them to maybe form that. It just doesn't have to be really Ring of Honor guys. Really, I mean, it could be Honor in general. As an Impact roster member, you might feel like you haven't been treated right. Like you
could say, or it could be like guys that were there, like Moose.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a few of them, I'm sure.
Well, I kind of felt like we were going to get that kind of like a form of like an Honor No More when Bully was around. Like they had Hotch and Skyler and Kenny King
and again, I think that was the last time. Again, I don't know more. Like I feel like right now there's nothing that's must see, as in terms of like an angle.
Yeah, and that like really, when they lost all those guys, it just like totally killed their momentum.
Yeah, that was huge. That was really rough. Okay, didn't like this either. Did not like how they ended the Dango mystery so soon. Just because I love that stupid crap, and I was hoping it went on for months.
Oh yeah,
looking for clues, but it turns out it was Dango, right? I guess that's
yeah. Yeah, at some point, doesn't he hit Joe Hendry, right?
Because he has chest hair, I think.
Yeah, I'm right up there with you on the mystery. I think it should have been more of a slower build, and then it would have been like Because I honestly think it was gaining some traction, and then they pulled the rug out from under us, like within that week,
Yeah, and I'm not sure where Santino is, but maybe get him involved with it more, like his own thing. I think it would have been funnier.
Oh
But
yeah,
I don't know. Whatever. It was fun while it lasted. And Dango has again. I think I've been saying this every week. He's been killing it wherever he's been doing. Like every spot they've been putting him in. No. Or if he's not killing it, he's like. Remember when he said early on, like he just. I think you said like early on, he was just kind of like standing around and like he was kind of standing
yeah,
out by not
yeah,
doing much.
yeah. They like didn't really give him a lot to like hold on to in terms of like character, and then like in a matter of a week or two, he just like kept growing on us all. And like I don't know, the storyline got better and better, and then like you said, it just like it was bang, it was gone like suddenly.
Yeah. Now did I miss something, or was there only one segment with PCO on this show where he got jumped?
I
First
wanted
there was Sing and Shira with Macklin, right? So Macklin was talking them up.
I believe it was very brief with PCO on this show this week, just because like I think I was asking him like where the hell was PCO? He wasn't really.
Yeah, he got jumped backstage by Shira and Singh.
Oh, okay, yeah, I do remember now.
And that was it.
Yeah, they had Shira, Singh, and Macklin.
That's what I mean.
Took a sledge to his back by
Yeah.
smacking through those like cement blocks on his back, and that's the last.
My point is this dude is going for the world title this week, and the week before he's on the show for what 2 minutes, and like they just have like what is the story here other than Singh and Shira, taking him out all the time.
Yeah, well, I mean that's another thing we have to question, Jay, because it wasn't too long ago those guys were considered. Well, not that they're not still
Jobbers.
But yeah, they're considered jobbers on the roster, and
yeah,
they're like,
you're right. They shouldn't be They shouldn't even be beating up PCO. They should. I don't care what they have in their hands. No, you're right. I mean, they should have. I mean, in a perfect world, it would be like someone like Sammy. Like I'd buy that. Moose jumps PCO, okay, or like two people like that, but not Singh and Shira, who have been, I don't think they've.
Well, I mean, I could have even seen if we got a returning, your dude that used to be at Rohit. Like I could.
That'd be nice.
Made like the difference, like a distraction that kind of give them the upper hand. That would totally make sense, but not
like Myers.
Like
Myers helping the other dudes win.
Yeah, like they even with the distraction, it seems like they'd still lose. You know what I mean? With kind of like they were kind of like the good hands against Kazarian.
Yeah, no, I'm with you. Totally agree. Just weird booking, and I don't know if it's like just not enough dudes on the. You know what I mean? Because like you just mentioned about how stacked we talked about how stacked the women are, and like the roster, and like they can.
Oh yeah, totally.
There's like so many women you can put in like so many different spots, and like you can put this one in a tag team, this one in a tag team, and like the guys, it's just rough. Like I don't know. I guess a lot of it is bad booking though, because there's a lot of goddamn talent in this final main event.
Because I think I sent you something on Instagram a few weeks back, and I said, well, really, how many knockouts we have and how deep we are with the knockouts. I honestly, I don't know why they don't try to have a show, at least if it like a 45-minute show or whatever.
Well, great job. You just broke my mailbag question for this week, you son of a bitch.
Oh no.
All right. Well, like I just said about the guys. So we got Moose, Eddie, Kazarian, Shelley, Gresham, and Yuya. Now, to me, Yuya kind of doesn't really fit because I don't know. We still don't know much about the guy. He's been on here forever, and they don't really talk about his. I don't know if he's like a character or anything. He's just like a dude who wrestles well. And but I mean, this is a lot of talent. I mean, Shelley is. I could see Shelley winning the upcoming match. I don't know. I guess we'll find. I guess we could find out. I guess there'll be feuds can pop out from this match.
Well, to be fair, Alex Shelley winning it wouldn't be really out of the question for the fact that they keep reiterating to us, the fan, that he has never won it. So
yeah, I feel like they're kind of like quietly setting up, or not quietly, but I mean he did get the win here too.
Yeah.
Which usually when you get the win on the show, you don't get it on the pay-per-view, but
and to be fair, he hit it on Eddie, so
yeah. Well, I mean, it's not like there's a shitty guy he could have beat.
Yeah, true.
Moosing.
True. But
Also,
about our
goddamn, that's a pretty stacked team. Jesus, Moose, Eddie, and Kaz.
oh yeah. What I was going to say about Yuya, I think all he does is really need a good repackaging. Like, I don't like the tie-dye shorts that he wears. I think that makes him look very jobberish to me.
Yeah.
Maybe give him like an entire, legs covered kind of look with, I don't know,
Maybe.
so kind of almost like your Sonata kind of character.
Yeah, I mean, I think it'll be better than the lack of character that I think he is right now. But yeah, so they got the win. Still don't know what the hell Moose and, well, I guess they're heels, Moose and Eddie. But then
Yeah, I was just gonna say, I guess Moose hasn't really been like in the direction of Myers either lately, according, based on what we're seeing. Like, there's a little bit of a dissension between each other because, like, he doesn't want him going off with Hotch and Skyler, so that may be something to watch too in future tapings.
Yeah, it's kind of a weird one. I feel like they just have Moose. They just don't really have a spot for Moose right now. I don't know.
Oh yeah,
I'd stick like Moose and Gresham together or something like that. Make it. I mean, they're dying for tag teams, and like, I don't know. I feel like when you're in a tag team, you can also do solos, like, the ladies have been doing, like KiLynn here.
oh yeah. I think we've been very, very dependent on the multi-man match, and I think that's kind of what kind of turning a lot of people off. I mean, I kind of get a lot of things, like there's really not a lot of roster really for the men, and really without Josh being in the main event scene, there's really not much rivalry there. But
Yeah,
I we
and I
need to
blame
win.
the booking and the writing a little for not, like, I mean, Jesus,
Yeah, it's pretty.
PCO shouldn't be getting jumped by, you know what I mean,
Yeah,
Shearing and being on the show for 30 seconds when he's getting the title shot.
yeah. It's just, I don't know if it's just so little that you could do with it. You know what I mean? Because we're kind of like in a status quo of kind of being maybe a little bit on the boring side at times.
I was gonna say, I feel like they're, well, yeah, that's the last match, right? So I did have a little note here that says Impact needs more TNA, and I mean that in like every way. I mean, this group that I have, the Impact Wrestling fan group, I could just, like, I used to wonder like why Impact posts so much old stuff, and that stuff gets the most reactions from people. I mean, obviously that's when more people were watching. I've seen fans say like, "Oh, this is basically when I stopped watching, like after this person left, or like after this person left, or whatever." And I don't know. At one point, in one way, it's kind of sad. Like, I don't know. Like, could they ever get back to that? You know what I mean?
Oh, I know. I often, when they go back, it always makes you feel bad when you watch the flashback for Impact Plus, because it's like, damn, why can't we have that? Like, I commented to you, like, why can't we have them ring aprons, or why can't we have them, the railing coverings? Why can't we have, that simple setup with like the each corner of the venue with the, Impact sprouted all over, it just looked like $1,000 compared to kind of like the bare bones look we're having currently.
Yeah. And forgetting about the look, I just feel like they're, I don't know, just like, yeah, like a little boring, like kind of like how I feel about, well, not even AEW, because they have a shitload of gimmick matches and stuff, but I mean, they're still kind of super boring. But if you look back at, I'm looking right now at the Impact Facebook, like trying to find certain. So a mystery man interrupts the match between Sting and Christian Cage. Not sure if you remember that, but that was like a huge moment. And like everything, like a lot of these things that they show, it's either like, okay, Sabu gets destroyed by Malice / James Mitchell in a ladder match. Like, so many of these things are like gimmicks. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, I must say that era of Impact is slightly dates me before I started watching, because I don't really remember a lot. I remember them only because like of flashbacks or whatever, but I can't honestly say that I remember some of the talents you just.
But I mean, how about Abyss? Like every time, like how many Abyss? What was his match? Like I felt like even just having that, like,
Monsters Ball.
Yeah, like having like the Monsters Ball. Right now, I just looked at a Ravens Clockwork Orange House of Fun match. I mean, I feel like that's what like TNA was. I don't want to say like that they were like too much because there were a lot more than just that, obviously. But like even like like the knockouts are gorgeous. Maybe play on that a little more. Like I don't know. I feel like sex used to be like more of a thing. Oh, and here's a good one. Katie Forbes. I don't know why, but I found this out recently. I was looking up like the most watched Impact videos of all time, and Katie Forbes is on like 2 of them, and she was only around for what, 2 years or a year?
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
long.
And number one, there's nothing even close to it. Like it's in the millions. I think it might be like 100 million. It's something insane. It's Velvet Sky in a evening gown match where the thumbnail is just looks like she's taking her top off. It's got like a zillion views.
I kind of always felt that way too. Like when we had Rebel, like we should have, not exploited her, but I kind of felt we should have taken more advantage of her because, like, you always heard, like she always had the male audience at her.
I mean, it's wrestling. I wouldn't even say it's exploiting. I mean, every guy is out there in his underwear, basically. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
like it's. I mean, nobody talks about that, like men being exploited. And then there's one of my favorite matches ever: Full Metal Mayhem between Motor City Machine Guns and Generation Me. That was one. And my other favorite matches ever was the series between the Wolves and the Dudleys and the Hardys. I don't know, but like a lot of my favorite memories are. Oh, that's so funny you say this. That's so funny you just mentioned her, Brooke. This has 20 million views. It was posted on May 12th. Brooke taking on Mickie James, and basically the whole thing is Brooke shaking her ass before she rubs her ass all over Mickey's face.
Yeah.
But I mean, like a lot of people want to see stuff like that. Some people will just watch for things like that. Well, but I mean, I don't want to sound like too much of a creep, so.
Oh no, but there's another avenue we need to get back to too. I mean, I know that we're kind of handcuffed here versus back then, but what happened to the great surprises or like somebody debuted?
Oh, exactly.
Like coming in from the back to interfere or just kind of make a statement and then run to the ramp. Yeah. Like we don't have those moments anymore, and I think that's the kind of thing that we need to, even if it's not. Doesn't necessarily have to be somebody, like really prominent, just somebody that makes a difference to make the match a little better, I
always said that even if it's not a huge deal, like make it like it is. I mean, Tony Khan does it and people joke about it, but guess what? They're doing fucking really well. So, you can laugh about it, but saying, hey, this huge thing is happening. You don't got to do it every goddamn week, but be like, we got this, have somebody come out and be like, yeah, guess what? I got somebody, and then it's just a story, we're looking, it could be for you, but they might not even have to have the guy signed. They can wait 2 months, you know what I mean? To actually show who it is, or even like a masked person, like I was talking about with Robles' idea. Throw a goddamn masked man out there attacking people, then we find out who it is months later.
Yeah, I mean, like, that, I don't know, it's
fun.
Like it's
fun things, right? That's what I think we're saying, really. It's really not that hard.
We're lacking for sure.
Yeah, they're lacking fun. Yeah. Well, I mean, what was the last time it was a gimmick match? Just on Impact. Straight up.
Well, that's the thing. Like back, people I know for the most part, people hated Aces and Eights. But I mean, how cool was it? Each and every week we were getting
totally.
Wrestlers unmasked and, just for compelling TV.
And it didn't turn out great. But it didn't matter. It was like the journey was fun. You know what I mean? Like the destination wasn't great when everyone took their masks off and we saw Eric Bischoff's kid and stuff like that. But it made Bully a star and like put him on a different level and like whatever. Like you're saying, it was really fun. Who's going to be next? What's going to be like? That's a big part of wrestling to me. And
I mean, how could you honestly top the wedding with?
Oh, that's another one. Oh man, I was going to mention that. When was the last wedding they had? I remember saying they have too many fucking weddings, and that was like I can't remember the last one they had. Maybe when Bravo got shot.
Yeah, I was just gonna say. I was like, I didn't want to say it because I know how you feel about it.
Yeah, I'll start flipping on Bravo. No, it's cool. I'm good now. I'm a good guy now. Just got to mention fast. 411 has 2 writers now. Well, they have 2 writers on this show. One is Hall, and one is He-Man-Shu, I believe it's pronounced. I don't know, but the latter He-Man-Shu does it every week. He gave this a 7.6. Very good edition of Impact, blah, blah, blah. The other person, Hull, gave it an 8.5 and absolutely loved it. So I don't know. I thought that was interesting.
Yeah, I can't say I would go quite 8.5, but I
No way.
definitely found it better than last week's episode of the year, according to
Oh yeah. I mean, I would say this was 5 times better than last week.
Oh
At
yeah,
least,
definitely.
I mean, there was the Trinity match, which was fantastic. There was the opening match, which was very good. There was
Yeah, the multi
the, I mean,
match.
the multi-man match was good. Like there was nothing bad on this show, and the backstage, I mean, except for lack of PCO, who should be, and Ace Austin losing, but
Well,
it's not, again, it's not the worst thing in the world, and I could see them wanting to build guys like that, but Jesus, do it another way.
and then this week saw a very sad passing of superstar Billy Graham. Who just didn't quite make it to 80. I believe his birthday was this upcoming month. So,
Well, if you want to get sad, Ray Stevenson also died today. I don't know if you saw that.
oh no, I didn't. I haven't really been too up on a lot of wrestling news, if you will. And
Oh no, well, no, Ray Stevenson from jeez, the latest Punisher movie.
oh, okay. I don't know. I thought maybe you meant Ray Steven. Like, wasn't
Oh
there?
yeah, no,
Okay, well, no, I didn't know that. No.
yeah, 58 or something.
Oh wow.
I mean, the dude's in like a lot. I mean, I'm trying to tell my mother what like he was in, and like I couldn't think of it. Like he was in the White House Down movies, I think. You know what I mean? Like he's kind of like that. He's like
Oh,
a
okay.
he's like a solid. He was always like the solid action guy. Not. He was. I don't think he was anything great, but he was in a bunch of solid movies, and
Character actor, more or less, known for that
yeah,
kind of.
yeah. There you go.
But
And
to end it like on a good week, I guess a few days ago was Tom Hannafan's birthday, so I put that on the thumbnail. So happy birthday, Tom! I know it's a little bit late, but we have to do things according to our recording schedule.
all right, so really quick, we have the final card here. Kenny King versus Nick Aldis. Who do you got?
I am going to say, just because of the way they've been kind of packaging all this for us,
Yeah.
I'll have to go with Nick Aldis.
I'm with you. I could see a DQ though. Miguel
Oh,
Sabin.
I'm gonna stick with Trey just because I feel like he's gonna be getting another member. Like you're gonna be getting the members there that they had before. It's been
Oh,
so
the
long.
Rascals. He's going to get a
Yeah, the
Rascal back.
Rascals are gonna make a
I
debut.
think that's possible. At least one of them.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going with Sabin, and then Deanna
Yeah.
versus Jordan. I feel like Jordan has to win. Well, actually, no. I'm sorry, I read the thing wrong. She just can't wrestle Deanna again. It's not like she could never get another title shot.
You know what I think's gonna happen? I think Deanna's gonna win, but I'm not sure she'll win via a pinfall, and that's gonna make Jordan.
Yeah,
I think it might put Jordan over the top where she turns heel.
that would be fantastic. Heel Jordan. I can't even imagine what the hell.
Yeah, badass.
Hendry versus Dango. Do you think our boy Dango is going to get it for the DMC?
I don't know if they were going to put the belt on him, but I could honestly see him maybe getting some kind of a count out victory or something to where Joe Hendry will still retain. But
I mean, yeah, Hendry's over as hell. Does he need the title to be over as hell though? I don't think so.
No, who you going with?
I'm going to go with Dango. Maybe they want to switch it up, and he's been kind of hot lately and funny. And
I'd be fine with that.
Now I think this one is too easy. Giselle versus Trinity. You really don't even tell me you're thinking about this.
No, I just kind of think it like I know Trinity's gonna win, but I don't know. I just got feeling like with I don't know, just the way they've been kind of like been hiding her away for a while. Like
maybe she has more help or something.
Yeah, like I kind of feel like she's gonna pull all the stops. I'm not saying she'll pin her, but she might get like a count out victory.
I mean, she is going to be on The Amazing Race Canada soon. Maybe she's been on. I don't know when the hell it started. I'm not in Canada, but maybe somebody could let us know.
But
I think Trinity has to win her opening match, but I do
yeah.
agree some crazy shit could happen and they can just keep feuding. But I'm going with Trinity, and then the Design versus Sammy, Rich, and question mark, which we love.
Oh yeah. We seem to think it might be leaning towards Madman Fulton. But it might not even be, might not be anybody that's tied to Sammy. I know there's a rumor or something about, I don't know if this is true.
Jake
from down south.
A lot of people down south.
I can't think of his name though. They were brothers or something on the indie scene, wrestling Revolver.
Sammy.
Sammy and I can't think of his other name. Moxley.
Like a Moxie pops in for a one. Well, I could see that if it wasn't this match.
Yeah.
I feel like Moxie's a little too big for this match. No offense to the Design, but more to their booking, maybe. I mean, also Moxley, Callahan, and Swan would beat the piss out of the Design, and I wouldn't believe they could last second. So I'm gonna go with Jake Christ, and I don't care who it is. I can't imagine the Design wins this match. So I'm going against the Design.
Oh yeah, me too.
Okay, tag match. Did they have Ace Austin lose as a setup so maybe this subculture team can win it?
Yeah, I kind of get what you're doing there because like with Mark Andrews being, former.
I was trying to make it sound like they have a chance.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I kind of feel like they might stick around, but they totally aren't going to be Ace and Bay.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. And then number one contender. It ain't you yet, I'll tell you that much.
Let's see. No, I think I'm going to go with Grisham.
Did Kaz get a title shot recently? I feel like he lost a title match.
Yeah, he had gotten a title shot against Josh.
Josh, okay.
Several live events ago.
That's right, okay.
But he just came up short.
Trying to think who hasn't gotten a title match. I mean, Moose Josh was a long time. Eddie Josh. Yeah, I mean, I just feel like they're telling us that it's going to be Shelly, and then it'll also be kind of cool with Shelly going for one and Sabin going for the other title.
Oh yeah, and then who knows if he were to win, he can use option C. We could get a Motor City defense for, the title.
Okay, and lastly, PCO, our boy versus Macklin. No DQ, which I think makes it obvious.
Yeah.
Macklin retains, and I don't know, someone like Eddie jumps PCO, keeping that going.
I could honestly see too, maybe Macklin getting his own monster. Like, I don't know, who knows? Maybe we will end up getting to borrow what's his name? Big Olympic guy.
Kurt Angle?
No. He's in New Japan.
Oh, yeah, way off.
He wrestled Moose recently. Can't think of his name. He was in Lucha Underground.
Oh well. Oh, I know you're talking. Damn it. Yeah, he was Matanza.
Yeah.
I can't think of his name right now, but yeah, love that dude. I can't think of his name because I'm staring at a picture of Masha in a bikini, which everyone should check out. It's on Instagram and my Facebook page here. Also, Diana today. And if anyone, I think everyone out there should check out thesportster.com. I know sites where they won't even allow the site to be posted because they're kind of like, they have so many lists. But I mean, I love lists. I mean, it's kind of like, they call it like, click whatever. But I mean, they write more about Impact than anyone else I've seen. Like, some are stupid, but I mean, whatever. Like, I like reading, things about things I like. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah. Jay, I didn't know if you noticed, I was recently seeing Joe Doring was, I think he popped up on Twitter, and he's kind of been, going through the rigors of what you have when you have cancer. And it was very noticeable, of course, he lost a lot of weight, but I kind of feel like, he looked really good for going through all of what he did. So here on the channel, we're pulling for you, Joe.
Yeah, well, that's awesome. And he's actually in the picture of one of the ones I was going to mention from the Sportster from, I think it was today or yesterday, 5 current Impact wrestlers who wouldn't get over in the 90s and 5 who would. I
Oh,
don't know.
okay. Yeah.
Like, I think stuff like that is like so much fun, and they make a lot of those. Like, and like a lot of people don't write about Impact, so whatever. I think it's cool. And just scrolling down here, seeing if I could find any other news. And no, I think we hit on everything.
Yeah. Oh, and I got one last thing. The podcast shirt of the week this week. I think Jay will be pretty pleased here. It's Ace Austin and Chris Bay, the Inevitable times Finesse shirt, now on sale at Shop Impact for $24.99.
Very nice. I will try and remember and post it on the site. My page today. I treat it like a website. Jeez.
Pretty damn cool shirt. So get it before it goes. I guess it sells quite well. It's one of the better selling shirts up there with Trinity's, of course, because she has all that, exposure from up north.
Yeah, hey, it wasn't for her. I mean, and awesome for Impact.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
I mean, again, I was really shocked at how good, what a sick job she did, like coming in, and I don't know, just very interesting and cool. And sorry, just want to end off. Did you know this? There was an article yesterday about Triple H and his right-hand man. Do you know who Triple H's right-hand man is?
I want to say
it's Impact related.
No, I don't. I was
Jeremy Borash.
Oh, wow.
Is the right-hand man of Triple H.
Oh, wow. Didn't I?
Borash is absolutely a breed above, said Kevin Nash. I mean, he's like Triple H's right-hand man.
No,
Isn't that sick? Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
Like, who would have thought that? Like, I haven't heard anything about Borash, and he's freaking basically running WWE with Triple H. So, I mean, geez, congrats to him.
Oh, definitely. Yep. One last thing, another little bit of a plug. I guess you could pre-order Series 2 of your Slam Buddies on sale now. So,
yeah, I think they also have new trading cards.
Did they?
Not sure how new they are, but yeah, they got some cool new stuff. Also, their YouTube has been killing it lately. They have like a must-see moments of the week thing that they've been doing for a few weeks, and I think it's fantastic. So, good job to them. I'm excited for Under Siege. I don't think people have given them enough credit for setting up. They had like 6 matches set up like 3 weeks ahead of time, and they usually get shit on for not having the matches set up.
Oh, yeah.
I think it's maybe taken away from their weekly shows, setting up the specials, but whatever. Specials are great. Yeah. Maybe more important. I don't know.
Well,
I guess that's about it for us.
Yeah, that's all I got.
Unless Gary has any. I do want to mention the TV show From on MGM Plus with Harold Perrineau from Lost.
That's on MGM Plus.
It's incredibly Lost-like, but to me, I don't know. I'm having more fun with it because, like, I felt like with Lost, like once we got into the middle of season 2, they had no idea what the fuck they were doing, and they were just doing random shit. And like they're really not at the point yet because they're only on season 2. Like we'll see with season 3, but.
Well, I was looking into Sling because I've just ditched Spectrum, as I mentioned to you there, Jay, earlier. But I noticed on Sling they have this MGM Plus, so I think you just sweeten the pot for making my mind up if I'm going to go.
There you go. Everybody get MGM Plus. Actually, no, I don't. No, get Impact Plus. And then if you have some money, get MGM Plus after that. All right, we're out. We got to try and get this out before Raw comes on because we know everybody watches that. You phonies. Peace out.
See you later.